Welcome to this new episode of the Digital Nomad Mom Podcast. Thanks for tuning in again and welcome, Michèle. I'm super excited that you're here today. Thank you so much for taking your time. Good to see you again also. Michèle and I, yes, it's been a while. Michèle and I, we have a history, I'd say. You can call this. You're not like my former guests. We actually met in person several times, and our first encounter was on beautiful Koh Phangan on the Thai island that I'm currently at or on with my family. And Michèle and her family was there, I think it's 3 years ago, right, Michèle? Yes, I think it was.
No, 2 years. 2 years. 3 years will be too long away.
Okay, 2 years ago. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyway, so we met and our kids played together and we connected and obviously also kept in touch afterwards on social media, and we followed each other's stories, and I decided to ask you, and I'm very honored that you decided to jump on as a guest for the Digital Nomad Mom podcast for two reasons. Obviously, because you are a digital nomad mom and you just started your business as a traveling doula a few months ago. And I find this a very interesting way of creating your own business and keep traveling and, managing life as a mom and as an entrepreneur yourself. You follow a passion project. I know you told me that this is not it's not for the money, but of course it's nice that it brings you money and you're doing it really seriously, and you have already brought, so you have to tell me now how many children you already brought into this world. But before you do, because I hand over the microphone soon, I just wanted to tell you the second reason why I invited you, because I obviously want to also tell or let you share your story, how you created your brand on Instagram, because so many people are out there, they want to create an online business themselves, and they ask me in coaching sessions, how do I do it? What do I need to do? Where do I spread myself here all over social media? And Instagram is always a passion platform that people want to be on because it's popular and you can showcase. You can share your pictures, and it's something that most people want to be on, to be honest. But not many do it successfully. And I noticed that you only recently opened your profile and you started putting your posts out there, and you gained, I think you're now around 2,500 followers and very engaged too. So these are the two reasons why you're here on this show, Michèle. So let's give a brief introduction. You're a mom of 3 children, and tell us a little bit where you're currently at and why you're actually a digital nomad family.
Oh, okay, yeah. First of all, thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course.
It's an honor to talk to you about our lifestyle. Yeah. Where are we at the moment? Actually, we are nearby Germany at the moment because, as you said, I started my doula business last year, and obviously it's it's easiest for me to do that in Germany. So I decided to do my training in Germany and do the first birth in Germany as well. So that's why we're currently nearby, and we had the pleasure to enjoy a beautiful German winter, which was very cold.
Oh my God, yeah, you're so brave.
It was really hard because we haven't been in those temperatures since, I don't know, 3 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it must really be painful.
But on the other hand, it was really nice to be here too, because we even had great snow. So our little one, she didn't know snow at all. And
okay.
So
it's the first time for snow. Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, and Emmy is now, she's 3. Yeah, of course, she's 3.
She just turned 4, actually.
Ah, yeah. Happy belated birthday. That's true. Yeah. They're like my oldest son, Vincent, he will turn 4 in May. And I remember that they're very close. Yes, cool.
Yeah, and what was the other question you said? Why did we end up in this lifestyle?
Yeah, how did you actually get started as a digital nomad family, and why?
Yeah, to be honest, our start as a digital nomad family is already like from the idea to actually going. It was like 2 years, but the idea was in 2015 already. So we're traveling already almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
And the idea came to us in 2015 when we traveled to Australia for the first time to visit friends.
Yes.
And that there in Byron Bay, maybe you know this.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's easy to fall in love in Australia, and it's always a country I want to go back. And I wish it would be easier to get visas all around the world, but especially in Australia. So I would be hanging out there too at Byron Bay. Absolutely.
Yeah. Byron Bay hit us really. And when we sat there at the beach, we were like, okay, what are we doing back in Germany? I mean, we were both working full time. The kids were in kindergarten the whole day. And we were really busy. It cost a lot of energy to keep things running and keep things. So we said, okay, that's actually not the life we always wanted to have. So we decided like that to just sell everything and go and see what the world has to offer us.
Amazing. Yeah. And then you did a little bit of full-time traveling. And I remember when we met in Thailand, you were like, we're not so sure what we're going to do. You had the plans. You also went to the Canary Islands afterwards and had the plans to settle down there. And then you came up, and I only saw you, with the idea of becoming a doula and actually doing your own thing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, actually, that was something which was always in my heart, but as Emily was still so young, and she wouldn't let me go for like 5 minutes even. So there was no opportunity to start my own business. That actually only came last year when she was a little older and more independent, and I was like, okay, either I do it now or I do it never. So let's do it.
Cool. Awesome. And okay, go ahead.
It's not something which covers all the costs as a family or as a traveling family, but it's more my passion. It comes from my heart, and I just think it's so valuable, and I need to spread it out.
Yeah. And, this is how really successful businesses start. It's not because most businesses fail because the people doing it for money. You're doing it exactly right. I mean, if you do something that you're passionate about, this comes through, and you will attract the ideal customers a lot easier than people who go in and say, I need to make money. I only do this because I want to sell the things. It's as simple. So you're doing this already, you covered this, and then now you're doing so much more right with your business on Instagram, and people are here to hear a little bit about that. I know you said you're not an expert, and I don't want to put pressure on you, or that feel like, oh no, she's asking me all those questions. You don't need to share Instagram expert tips at all, but what are you doing intuitively with your Instagram account, and how do you feel like what is working best?
Yeah, as you said, I'm not an expert. I just started it because this platform, I mean, I used it before, but only as a private account for our traveling, as a diary for our friends and family. And then I thought, okay, most of the other doulas are on Instagram as well, and I just love sharing photos and seeing photos from others. So I decided to be there too. And I just do the whole thing as a passion project. I decided to do Instagram right from my heart as well. So as I said, I don't have a certain strategy or concept. That's something where you come in.
Yeah.
I just like to share what, I just like to share what comes into my mind, doula-wise, or even traveling-wise, or family-wise. So I decide from day to day what I do. To be honest, sometimes I love to share our daily life in my stories, but sometimes I don't feel like it, so I don't do it. It's just or even I had a few official doula births already now, and my experience with those births I like to share as well, and even during those births, certain topics that come up, so I like to talk about these too, like placenta or breastfeeding or whatever. So I know my Instagram account is a real niche. It's not that it's for everybody.
Yeah.
And followers go up and down because most people may be interested in our lifestyle and just pop in and watch for a while, and then they are like, okay, that's not my thing at the moment, and they go away again. But that's okay for me, because I think, okay, they heard about it, and maybe if it's important in their life, they come back.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not focus too much on my follower numbers.
Yeah.
So it's just that comes and goes, and that's fine too.
Okay. Well, let's give a little summary of this and a recap, because you're mentioning a few things that are crucial. People out there, take notes. If you want to be successful on Instagram, it's really crucial that you love the platform. Like Michèle, she says she loves the platform. She loves sharing photos. It's the engine that keeps you going, because if you do something that you feel like, oh, I have to post on Instagram again, it's not going to work. Better don't do it at all, and don't waste your time. That's why it comes natural to you. That's why your posts, I mean, they show that you actually like it, and the energy, the vibe comes through. So this is one crucial thing. Also, it's a niche, right? So you're niching down and attracting only the people who are currently in that situation, who are interested in your topic. And this is great, because if you're opening up an account on Instagram and you just say, okay, I'm posting random stuff or general information, you're not going to attract anyone. So niching down and being really crystal clear on your niche is important. So you did that also very good intuitively. And then, I mean, not focusing and not worrying about followers it's just gonna keep you sane. If you click every time when you open your phone on your Instagram app, and you get stressed that your Instagram followers count goes down, then it's not worth your mental health, really. I mean, this should be really a platform where that you use in order to showcase your expertise, build up your brand by simply sharing what it is that makes your brand so unique. And it's a visual platform, so you have the opportunity to put in all the good stuff that is in your camera roll, and use it as another asset in order to lead customers your way. But it doesn't necessarily have to be on Instagram. Your sale may, I mean, if we're now talking about general sales strategies, it could be that someone sees you on Instagram, and then a year later they come across your blog or your Facebook or whatever, but they remember, oh yeah, I like the vibe on Instagram, and that's how you already built trust. And that is something that you're doing too. I mean, you're building trust, you're sharing your stories, you prove that you have actually managed a successful birth, and you're accompanying women in their journey. And so it's it's a natural flow of the customer journey. And then you can, of course, level up a bit by bringing in some strategies, by going into other people's content, commenting, leaving smart content, comments on their content, reaching out to other Instagram users, like I know you're doing too, with similar accounts where you do shout outs and, reach, gain a little bit more reach and all these types of things. But these are only, and I'd say these are only little boosters, but if the base is not right, then it doesn't work. So the groundwork has to be covered first, and then you can you can tweak everything else afterwards and make it even more successful. I mean, optimize your strategy. So this is why I wanted to hear it from an example that shows that you can read all the strategies out there, or you can hire a social media strategist if you want. But if it's not something that aligns with yourself and with your natural energy and vibe and mission, then no social media channel will do anything good for your brand at all.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, everybody's talking about being authentic and that it won't work if you're not being like it, but I think it has to come from your heart. That's the thing. So it's not just a saying, it has to be like this, otherwise
absolutely
a role.
And you have to be committed. I mean, it's a lot of work, and it doesn't do you any good if you post once a week or once a month. Then obviously your audience will be bored and look other ways. So you need to like the platform, like you said initially. You love it, and so it works for you.
That's interesting. So you say it's not enough to post like once a week, yeah? So you have to be more busy on the platform then, yeah?
Well, for several reasons. First of all, Instagram rewards you actually as an active user, because they want to, like Facebook too. I mean, Facebook owns Instagram. So whenever they see someone is providing value with engaging content, then they say, okay, this is a user that other users are following and engaging with, and that's what they want. They want people to be on the platform, and that's why they will reward your content and your work with increasing your reach and showing your content to more people. So the more you're active, the more Instagram will love you. And as a consequence, of course, also your audience will like you and see that she's always there. She's always, I open up my Instagram app and Michèle is always there. And this transmit the message that you're really in it. And it will create a connection to your audience a lot better than if you're only posting a week, every once a week, or even less. So I mean, if you really seriously want to grow your Instagram following, if it's something that matters one day in the future, then you should pick up the pace, and even several times per day is something. Yes, but I know it's a lot of work, and some people simply say, okay, I need to outsource this, get a VA who creates the posts, and then it's next level. But for a start, I mean, you do it in your pace, and as long as it works for now, that's already great.
But as I said, I'm very blessed because I don't have to feed my family from my business. So this, And the other thing is I never thought about the Instagram algorithm you just talked about, right? So
Yes.
I was like, okay, I don't get this, and I don't want to spend a whole day on Instagram because, as you said, I'm a mom of 3 and we are traveling and I'm working, so I need to be very time conscious as well. No?
Yeah, of course, you want to be mindful with your time. That makes sense. No, and absolutely. And as long as but there are people out there who might be listening to this. And for those of you who really want to level up your Instagram game, it's just about, planning your week ahead. And you can still fill in the spontaneous posts every now and then when you say, oh, here's a creative moment and I want to share this on Instagram. But if you want to seriously grow your Instagram account, then you need to just sit down and say, I'm going to plan the week, and every day you lay out your posts, and then it doesn't feel like overwhelming, then you can still manage it, and you have your slots during the day in your calendar. You can even use a calendar and say, okay, I do it in the morning at 9, at 12, and at 4, and then you have your three times a day, and it will take you five minutes. Or if you schedule it with a scheduling tool, you can do that every Sunday. You schedule your Instagram posts, and you're done for the week, and you only chip in the random stories or posts that come to you in a spontaneous moment. But there's methods, of course, that you can do it. But well, Michèle, thanks so much for sharing your intuitive way of using Instagram. I hope it was useful and helpful for people listening out there, and it was good seeing you again. Hope our journeys and paths will cross again somewhere in this world.
I hope so too, but you won't leave in the near future.
That's a whole different story. We don't know. We're just discussing it every month over and over again, and it still feels very safe here and very, I don't know. Until this world, it is a great island to be stuck in a pandemic like this, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much, Michèle, again for taking the time. If you want to follow Michèle on Instagram, it's reise.doula on Instagram, but I will also share this all her links on in the show notes, so you can check her out and connect if you're in need for a traveling doula. She's your woman. And thank you so much for tuning in. And this was it from the Digital Nomad Mom Podcast. See you and hear you next time.
Bye.